Hello and welcome back to another session of Therapy and Panels. We are continuing the month of love here, which is always a time for romance, happy endings, and perfect couples. So obviously we need to talk about emotional chaos as well, because love isn't always about who you want. Sometimes it's about who you choose, and those who get hurt in the process. So today we're going to be talking about one of the most famous love triangles in comic book history, Archie. Beginning in 1941 in Pep Comics issue 22, created by Vic Bloom and Bob Montana, Archie was designed as an all-American teenager dealing with school, friendships, and romance in the small town of Riverdale. Archie Andrews has been caught between two very different girls, Betty Cooper, his sweet, down-to-earth best friend, and Veronica Lodge, the rich, confident newcomer who shakes up his world. This love triangle quickly became one of the most famous romantic setups in comics. So in 2024, Tom King wrote a story where we get the choice finally made. Is it the choice that any of you out there who are Archie fans wanted? Only one way to find out as we take a look at Archie, the Decision, Issue 1. I got a variant cover done by Aaron Pepoy that pays homage to last week's book of Batman Adventures Mad Love. My only problem with this version of the cover would be that this feels like it spoils the story with Archie here looking head over heels for Veronica here, when it's supposed to be a book about which one he chooses. But that's just my thoughts. We begin with Archie and Jughead hanging out in his room as he is talking about his frustrations on which girl is the one for him, while Jughead is struggling with his own issues between what is the best burger, it seems. I feel like Jughead was the beginning of specific fetishes you find on the bad side of the internet. Archie declares he has had enough and states he will make a choice today. How, you might ask? The same way you decide on what burger you want that day. Flipping a coin, of course. Because nothing says true love like pocket change. But apparently God has the same attitude I have about this decision, seeing as how when Archie flipped the coin, it somehow heads outside, rolling down the street, and the two go chasing after it. We then cut to Betty and Veronica planning an Archie-free day together just as he bulldozes his way through them to get at the coin still rolling down the road. He doesn't even bother to stop to see if they're okay or anything. Granted, I'm not a big Archie fan. I've never really read much of it, but I gotta ask, what do you girls see in this guy? The girls grab Jughead, and, caving worse than Wimpy from Popeye being bragged with a burger, tells them Archie is deciding on who to date with a coin flip. The two at first have the reaction that any normal person would about this, calling it demeaning and lazy, only to then go see what the outcome will be. As the two run, they try to be cool, stating they won't officially accept the outcome, but will go along with it for Archie's sake. For a while. Good lord, these are almost as bad as those harem animes. Almost. Okay, kiddie pool levels of that at most, but it's still really ridiculous. We then cut to this guy. I'm not really an Archie fan, so my apologies. As he overhears the girls bickering about the coin decision and begins some kind of crisis, speaking about it out loud at the local malt shop, or whatever this place is. This gets word to everyone, who then runs out to find Archie and the coin to find out what the decision is. This town is so quiet and boring that the most exciting thing for it to happen is for everyone to find out which girl that a basic teenage boy wants to date for the rest of his time. Man, and I thought the town I grew up in was quiet. This whole thing has become so big that it got the attention of Josie and the Pussycats, who just quit mid-concert to figure out the outcome to this. Hey, I've heard of much worse excuses for singers to quit their concerts. We even got Sabrina the Teenage Witch here sensing the universe-bending decision also. Heck, at this point, why stop here with the cameos? Let's get the multiverse in here, people.
The entire universe is finally together as the coin finally lands and Archie picks it up.
And now, after 80 plus years, the decision is...
He forgot to call it before flipping.
Really? That's how you try to keep this running thing going? You made him just be that stupid. Not even gonna do a thing where he reflips it again or anything. No? Holy crap, Tom King, you really know how to just make people mad when it comes to pairs getting together and then leaving together and stuff like that, aren't you? Granted, this is a tad better than the Catwoman and Batman wedding fiasco, but still, really, dude? I'm not even gonna finish it. It just... That's the ending of Archie the Decision. And for my diagnosis, this was dumb. Just dumb.
This is a definition of false advertising in such a very bad way. It's not even that funny of a way to keep this long overdue thing going with. This is the equivalent of getting blue-balled. The only credit I can give this comic is it fits better than why Batman and Catwoman didn't get married. At this point, if I were these girls, I would tell Archie to lick dirt and move on with my life because this is just getting pathetic.
And with that, that is the end of today's session. Thank you all for attending. As always, if you liked the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I am the Super Guru, signing off.